Hey, it's Isabel from the Assisted Living Network. I can't wait to share with you today's episode on the top 10 questions I get asked on RAL ownership every single day. In the United States right now, there are 76 million baby boomers. The number one dilemma for these baby boomers? Housing. That dilemma can be your opportunity. Welcome to the Assisted Living Network podcast, where you can discover how just one residential assisted living home could secure your financial future forever. I am so blessed to share with people across the world on the topic of RAL. Once I was even on vacation in Jamaica, and the person next to me was in home health and wanting to get into RAL. And the entire dinner conversation turned into an RAL 101 session. This is not a rare occurrence either. It's super common. In my life, with the coming silver tsunami of seniors, I often find that people, they're just curious about the topic. And maybe they've heard a little, or they want to know more, or they have a loved one who needs care, or someone they're starting to get worried about and wanting to learn more. So because of the rising popularity of this topic and industry, I just wanted to dive in today on the top 10 questions I get in the RAL space. So here we go. Number 1, do you have to accept government funding like Medicare or Medicaid? And the answer is no. This is your business and you can do whatever you want. If you want to only accept private pay, that's totally allowed. And if it's a higher end home, that's the route you're going to be going anyways. Number 2, how much is liability going to cost me? This always comes with like a fearful look, like, am I going to be, spending all this money on it? Deep breath. It's actually really interesting because liability insurance is not as much as you may think. On average, it used to be about $1 or $2 per day per resident. Now it's up to $2 to $3 per day per resident. But still, with 10 residents, that's less than $1,000 a month. Nothing to worry about, but definitely something that you want to have. Protection of yourself and your seniors and your staff is vital. Number 3, do I have to have a medical background? The answer is no. Although I will say it is helpful. I do not have a medical background and it is not needed in this industry because you are hiring the people who are going to be working in the home with the seniors. You are not going to become the licensed administrator, although in some states it's easy to get licensed and you may want to go through the process just to see what they do have to learn. And that way you know it before you hire someone on to do that job. But you do not need to be a doctor or a nurse. You are the business owner and operator. That's not required of you. It's a feather in your cap to have those qualifications, but it doesn't stop or start anyone from getting in or getting started in this industry. So number 4, down this same path, people always ask, so do I have to hire a nurse or doctor then if I'm not a medical professional? No. You are hiring a licensed administrator. It's a license that they get through the state. It's usually a few-hour course, some prerequisites, and some states are a lot less and some are a lot more. But it's not nearly as high up a level as someone who is a nurse or a doctor. I'll say this, some states don't allow licensed administrators or even caregivers to pass medication in the home. So they will require that you have someone else come over and do that. And some new RAL owners will read that and they'll say, oh my gosh, this means I have to hire a nurse. You were wrong. I have to hire a nurse. Well, pause. Yes and no. You do not have to hire a full-time nurse at $120,000+ a year. You're hiring a nurse to come over and count pills, to pass pills, to mark down what happened in and out in 30 minutes many times. Okay, this is not a full-time person in your house. They may visit multiple homes in one day, and yours is just one on their route. It's not a full-time salary. So your state may say a nurse has to come and pass pills. Okay, great, but you're only paying them for that 30 minutes. Number 5, is the home licensed? Yes, the home has a physical license based on square footage, fire suppression, width of hallways and doorways, and points of egress. All of these things will be approved or denied by the state or city fire marshal before you can get your occupancy limit. Your state has regulations on what they want to see in a home for that license approval. And the home has a license. Your administrator has a license, and you'll be hiring licensed caregivers who work in the home 24/7 and take care of the seniors. They're licensed, okay? You yourself don't necessarily have a license, but there are licenses involved. Home, admin, caregivers. Trying to do this under the radar unlicensed, so lame, don't do it, okay? Number 6, can a home I already have work for this? I get this question every day. And the answer is possibly. We actually have a quiz that I often recommend people take that helps them determine if their home is going to work or not. I'll put the link in the show notes below so you can take the quiz. But some homes, they may work and others may not. And it's going to be based on factors like square footage, ability to expand, adding bedrooms and bathrooms, how far it's located from other licensed care homes, and the demographics. But the good thing to note is that you do not have to own the real estate to start your RAL. You can lease a home to use for this, and there's 4 ways to get started, and one of them is leasing a home. So your home may or may not work. Take the quiz to find out.
Hey, it's Isabel from the Assisted Living Network, and I want to personally invite you to our 3-day fast track training where we show you step-by-step how to open your first care home. You know, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably interested in residential assisted living or getting started in this. And if you're brand new to it, don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to show you how to find the homes, fill the homes, and fund the homes. You don't have to go at this alone. We're here to help you, so click the show notes and grab your ticket today. Now, back to the show.
Number 7, what other staff works in the home, or do I have to work in the home? You'll probably be hiring a licensed administrator, and they will help you hire the licensed caregivers. You may hire a chef if it's a higher end home, but you do not really need that, although it is a nice touch and it goes a long way to your bottom line. You may hire an activities coordinator, a marketing director, or a house manager. All of these can be glorified caregivers, right? To give them more responsibility and ownership and really more pay for what they're doing in the home. But you do not need to hire anyone more on a basic level than the administrator and the caregivers. Depending on the level of home, you may want to provide some extra amenities to that top tier. I have a video right here on YouTube that shares the 5 steps on getting started in RAL. So you should check it out here on YouTube next after we finish this one. Number 8, do the seniors leave the house? Do I need to buy a van or something to transport them? This is a great question, and one that could be exciting for someone to think about when they first are getting into the industry. Oh my God, we're going to go to the mall and the movies and the opera, and it'll be so much fun. Well, here's the thing. Many of these seniors are moving in because they need help with 3 to 5 ADLs. They're not moving in for funsies, as I always say. If they could go to the mall and the opera, they wouldn't be moving in. They need help getting out of bed, walking to the bathroom. They need help bathing, maybe even with eating. Life is a struggle for many of them right now in this stage of life. So leaving the house isn't really something that's super easily done. So hear me loud and clear. They're not trapped in the house. They're allowed to do what they want with their family or power of attorney's permission. But typically it's a lot of effort for the seniors to leave. So they don't leave often. Instead, they have visitors who come to them, like people from their church to come do services or activities provided by the homeowner. Even doctors will come and visit and do checkups so that the seniors can have a peaceful day and not have to trek all around town, go up and down elevators, walk down long hallways, sit in waiting rooms. You know, it's just not ideal at this age. Some seniors do leave with their families to go do activities, but it's often hard on the senior, so it doesn't happen often. Number 9, how much does it cost to get started? You know, this answer varies based on a lot of components, but 2 primary ones are location and which of the 4 methods you're choosing to get started. If you're in Mississippi, it's a very different cost to build or to buy than if you're in San Francisco. So I could give you a number, but it would be an average, and that wouldn't really be fair. The most important thing to remember is that you do not have to use your own capital to get started. You can use OPM, other people's money. You can get an SBA loan or work with a bank to fund your project. The RAL project could range from $300,000 upwards of $3 million. It varies greatly. But rest assured, when you come to the RAL Academy, we will make sure that you leave confident, knowing how to get the money needed to get started in this venture. Number 10, the most popular question that I get is, how do I get started quickly, wasting the least amount of time? I want to do this. I want to cash flow, pay for speed. Honestly, I've checked out all the other trainings and no one has been around longer. No one has more successful students or a more in-depth training than the Residential Assisted Living Academy. They're the best of the best when it comes to learning step by step how to not just get started, but actually thrive in this business. With thousands of successful students across the country achieving financial freedom and helping seniors live their best years at the end of their life, it's truly unlike any other training. If you've been considering coming out but have never made that final jump, I highly encourage you to do it. What's the worst that happens? You leave with a new family of people in an amazing industry that's changing the face of senior care? Not so bad if you ask me. I hope to see you there. Don't forget to check out this video next and like and share this episode. And of course, follow us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Thanks for listening to the Assisted Living Network.